All right, I'm Kyle,
And I'm Kyle.
and this is K squared. All right, Kyle. So I made the huge mistake of not posting last week's video. If you did not watch our video last week because I didn't post it, you get two this week. So be prepared for that. Um,
He
so
told me, he told me originally, he said we didn't get any comments. And I was like, no comments? What do you mean no comments? But it's all your fault because I do nothing besides sit here and run my mouth. So it's all your fault.
yeah, so that's definitely my fault. I posted it to YouTube and I just left it on private. So it is there today. I just posted it a second ago. So this one will be out too. No comments, but we've got, of course, two questions. My first one is, where do you have your epiphanies? Or, where do you typically like have your moment where you're like, oh, I have this great idea? Like I've heard of people say shower thoughts. So where is somewhere that like you're like, oh, hey, right before bed or something, I have like this great idea. Is there
Yeah.
like for you?
So I wouldn't say that I have shower thoughts because I have shower concerts. I'll, I sing, hum, whistle in the shower. So I'm too focused on whatever song, probably Kelly Clarkson or something like that. I'm singing some,
Awesome. Such a big guy.
good stuff. Um, so definitely not in the shower, but I would probably say for me, I always tend to have like a lot of thoughts as I'm going to sleep, like as I lay down in the bed, which is good and not good at the same time because my brain's constantly running at that point, and I'm like trying to go to bed, and I'm like, oh, but what if you did this? What if you try this? What you got to remember this for tomorrow. So for me, it's always like as I'm in bed getting ready to go to sleep. So sometimes I keep myself awake. That is a bright.
I know, man. As soon as I turned it on, I was like, oh man, that's real bright. It'll adjust though. The camera
There
will
you go. It's settling down now.
turn into a ghost for a little bit
That
there.
pale skin, don't do that. That bright light on that pale skin.
You're out in the sun sitting next to me, you will get double burnt from the reflection.
But yeah, for me, it would be like in the bed right before bed. That's when I have my thoughts.
I don't typically have them when I'm in the shower because I'm not necessarily doing a concert, but I typically will be listening to something. Mine are typically on like long drives. Um, and honestly, every now and then, I hate to say this, but every now and then, if like I go to church and like the preacher's really boring, I'll have some great thoughts then too. It's like, man, that's a great idea. I need to write that down. And then I don't know if mine is like right before going to bed. A lot of the times it will be a dream that I've had. And I'll be like, man, that is such a great idea. The bad thing is I never remember them if I don't write them down, which makes me so furious because I'm like, I have that inner struggle where I'm laying in bed after I've had a dream about something and got an idea. I'm like, oh man, that is like such a good idea. Like even like lyrics to songs. And I'll be like, oh dude, this would be a great song. I should definitely write that down. But I'll have this inner struggle where it's like, man, this bed is really comfortable. I don't want to move and get up at all. Oh, it's too cold outside out from underneath this comforter. So there's a lot of times where I don't get up to write it down and then I will forget it forever. But
Yeah.
when I do write it down, it ends up being pretty good. The other one that I was going to bring up, this doesn't happen for me, but I think it's hilarious. Did you ever watch the show Scrubs? I'm guessing this is a no. On
I don't
Scrubs,
watch TV.
on Scrubs, anybody who watches Scrubs, you'll know what I'm talking about. But there's an episode, it's called the Epiphany Toilet. And literally somehow there ends up like from I guess a poor construction of this hospital, there ends up being a toilet on like the top floor on the building, and people literally go out there and take a poop and have like these huge epiphany moments, and the episode is hilarious. I would highly recommend going and watching it.
I honestly thought that when you say, I know this is going to sound weird. I thought that you were going to say, I do my best thinking on the portals pot on the pot.
On the pot.
And I was like, hey, no way.
I mean, some people do, man. I get it, especially if you're sitting there for a long time.
Well, yeah, that's true. I have something that I want to talk about.
Yes.
It's a question, but I had this at work. So when I was sitting there, I was talking to a patient, and of course I talk loud just because these people are old and I can't hear and they can't hear. So like it's just a bad combo. But anyway, so I'm talking to this person and something was crooked. And I said, "Oh, well, that thing's Cygog. Have you ever heard that word before?
Side goggled?
Cygoggling.
No, I have not heard that. It must be a East Tennessee thing.
It must be like an Appalachian hill mountain people term because I said it and the whole clinic stopped and looked at me and I was like, what have I said? I was like, did I say something wrong? And I said, they said, what'd you say? I said, that it's Cygoggling. They said, what does that mean? But it means like crooked or broken.
Yeah, of
Uh,
course. I feel like I could pick it up from context clues.
yeah, I guess they were just like kind of background listening. They heard something that they were like, what was that?
I feel like I probably would have made fun of you in that situation too. Like, what did you just say? But I
Yeah.
picked it up. But yeah.
Leave a comment if you knew what Cygoggling was, because I'm country as cornbread, apparently.
Also, I think that you should leave a comment on any other phrases because I feel like we need to do an episode on like just random phrases and like their origin because I think that would be
Well,
great.
I got you some country phrases, but I ain't gonna go into them right now.
We definitely need to do some research and find out like what the origin of certain things are. So, the other one is what, since you're wearing scrubs and I talked about scrubs and we're both
I don't want no scrub.
what is your go-to scrub as far as like brand? And then two, what is your favorite color of scrub that you've been able to wear at the clinic?
So for me, and I'm wearing them right now. Not that I would promote without any promotion, but I'm wearing, there's always a chance
Uh,
that we might get, just a little bit, maybe not much, but from some company. But anyway, I wear Healing Hands a lot. And it's like, I don't know if you, it's stretchy.
okay.
It's stretchy and it's like soft. It's like athletic-y type feel.
Yeah.
Um, so they're always really nice. They hold up good. They don't like get weird. Like how you get like cloth material on it and it'll like stick to it. It doesn't get that. The only bad thing about it is if you leave it in the dryer for too long and then take it out, it looks a little wrinkly. So you got to like throw it back in the dryer or iron it. I would never iron. But, so yeah, Healing Hands is the brand that I use. And then favorite color, this is going to sound very like depressing, but black. um, I don't know. It's a slimming color. But black just because like you don't really it doesn't show a lot of like junk on it. If you
See,
get
I feel like people would argue with you on that one.
That's true. So to an extent, you don't get stuff on it, but if you get like spit or any other body type fluid that, you could see like it might look a little slimy or something,
Yeah.
take that for what it's worth. But I will say I've gotten a lot more compliments in my blue scrubs than I have my black scrubs.
There you go. More defining, I guess.
I guess I look like a big old blueberry, but I don't know. They're like, I like the blue scrubs that make your eyes pop, and I'm like, I guess I look like a demon walking around in
Oh
black
my.
scrubs. I'm like the Grim Reaper coming in people's rooms. Oh well.
Geez, I think you'd get more of that with the black, but yeah, those just brings out those baby blues, you know? Oh.
What about you?
So I would say right now mine are, and I guess we should have done like style too, but I like the figs. Somebody put me on those. They're super expensive and overpriced, I feel like, but they are very comfy. The joggers are really good. I feel like the style's pretty good as well, and like I haven't had any issues with them. I've also had like Cherokee scrubs before, and they are trash.
Yep,
Literally like you're wearing cardboard, but maybe I just want
sandpaper.
cheap ones. But yeah, it just never fits right. Maybe I just have a weird body, but I don't know. Like I don't know who they're building scrubs for, but it's not me.
It's built for somebody who's box shaped because I can tell you, I ain't quite box shaped. I got a little curve in
Yeah.
different places, and it looks really misshapen on
Yeah,
me.
it
So I feel
definitely
you on that.
hides any curve that you may have. It was just your a straight board almost.
Yeah,
But as far as colors, really the only ones that I've ever been able to wear, um, are like, I guess galaxy blue. And
that's
I'm
what
not,
this is.
and navy blue. Navy blue is not too bad, but I don't know. I would love to be able to wear black scrubs because I feel like that's what I would go with. But I have had those issues where like, I don't know. I'll just have like, I will go to work and I guess it's either like dandruff from me or like I'm picking it up from patients. I'm getting some of that elder dust. But I'll just end up with like just white specks everywhere. I'm just like, where the crap did this come from? But I think honestly, I think a lot of the time it's because I'm helping pick up a patient or do something and it just transfers. But I would love to be able to wear black. I don't think I could do red or something because that would just like throw me off. I've seen some
The
people like
clash.
crimson. Yeah, true. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't know, in the medical field, you're always thinking, I guess because I'm programmed to think this way, like blue, green, just like some sort of shade of those colors. Um, but I've seen a few like, I guess dental hygienists that wear like that almost wine color.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would go with either black or I guess a blue. I do like red, but I just don't. I feel like that's a weird color to have. It's good if you get certain fluids on you, I guess.
Yeah, it depends on what fluid you're getting on you. You
Hopefully,
mean you wouldn't wear a Tennessee orange?
absolutely not. Never.
No. How you like them balls going all the way being the SEC champs?
Are they really? In
Hmm.
what sport?
Basketball.
That was a trick question. I honestly was just curious if you knew.
Yeah, I pay attention sometimes.
I have not been paying attention to that. I think Alabama's pretty good this year, though. But
Yeah,
I
but
don't
they got
know if
beat by Tennessee barely, but they got beat.
the SEC tournament was going. Well, I guess it is kind of like getting close to that March Madness time of year. That just shows you how much I've been paying attention to basketball. Um, all right, man. Well, I think that is all we've got going. I do have another idea though. At some point, we're going to talk about like scrubs in general, like what the styles. Like, do you do the deep V? Do you do the crew cut? Have you seen some of those like women who have like the flaps on the front?
Yep. Yep.
It's like I don't know what the purpose of this is. Yeah. Anyways, all right. I will let you take us out, Kyle.
All righty. Well, we appreciate y'all watching and tuning in. We hate that, we didn't get the last video posted and our producer's really lagging and
It's all on me.
you know, there's only so much that I can do.
Look, I can say this though. Someone didn't watch it because someone didn't know either.
Well, how could I watch it if it wasn't posted?
You could have been like, "Hey, Kyle, why didn't you post the video?"
Well, that's not my job.
Oh, okay.
My job is to be on here and be the comedic
I
relief.
love the fact that we're like, "Oh man, people, please watch our video," and then we didn't even watch their own
That's,
video.
that's true. We're like, leave a comment. Leave a comment for what?
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, these guys suck. And I'm like, yeah, we
Fair,
do. We do.
fair assessment for sure.
But anywho, so we hope that you enjoyed the double video this week. If there's anything that you'd like for us to talk about, just leave it down in the comments below. If you have any ideas, leave it down there as well. And we hope that you will like and subscribe to our page.
All right. See y'all later.